ASL, or American Sign Language students here at Payson High School, have a unique opportunity as their teacher, Mr. Jack, requires that all of his students go 24 hours without talking. I interviewed Mr. Jack and some of his students to find out more about what they call Deaf Days. Here's what they had to say.
Purpose of our Deaf Days, which a lot of people want to call Mute Days, is to experience the communication barrier. It gives my students the opportunity to really see what it's like to interact with somebody when communication just breaks down. And it gives them the opportunity also to see and connect with deaf people, as well as, well, how would I do this? So I don't give them much restriction other than just, you can't use your voice. So I tell them they can write things down, they can text, they can point, they can do anything else they need, but really it gives them the opportunity to see, wow, this kind of sucks.
So the purpose of Deaf Days is to help ASL students experience the communication barrier that a lot of deaf people experience.
So Deaf Days is an opportunity for us as students to turn off our voices and try to experience, at least in part, what it's like to be deaf and not being able to really communicate well with other people.
I guess you'll learn how challenging it is to not being able to communicate with others and having to find other ways to speak your mind.
During Deaf Days, students can still sign and write things down, and a lot of students will actually carry around pads of paper just so they can communicate with people, but it puts it into perspective how hard it is. Obviously, we can't become truly deaf or we can't hear, but it makes it very hard to communicate back and forth between someone who isn't participating and who doesn't understand the language, and they can communicate to you, but you can't necessarily communicate back in a way where they would understand.
Deaf Days really allows ASL students to learn more about why they are taking ASL and to really understand more about the deaf culture.